Time now for Chamber Talk here on this Monday morning, as we do every Monday morning. Reserve time for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. And Mendy McAdams slides into the studios. Do want to remind you, you can sign up for the Chamber Chatter e-news email that comes into your mailbox every Monday morning. It's usually there in the 8 o'clock hour. It gives you an overview of the kind of the highlights for the week, but also links to those events as well. And again, if you haven't been on that email list, email the Chamber at chamber@fairfieldiowa.com. Just put in the Chamber Chatter in the subject line and let them know that you want to be added to that email list, and you'll get that every Monday. You can also always log on to fairfieldiowa.com, check out the calendar of events. They have the chamber events, all the local events, plus a business directory and so much more. That's fairfieldiowa.com. Hi, Mendy. How are you?
I'm good. It was a busy weekend in the big town of Watch here.
In the big town of Watch here. Yeah, you were telling me before on the air you were up a good portion of the night as your volunteer fireman, and then mutual aid came to town. You had a big fire in town.
It was a huge fire. We had 6 departments in town, but the firemen only got home for like a couple hours all day yesterday. They spent all day directing traffic because we had Santa and the reindeer at the local funeral home, and we had a movie at our opera house, so there were kids back and forth on the highway. So they directed traffic. They got to go home for a couple hours, and then they got called right back out.
My experience in Watch here is just on, what is that, Highway 21?
Uh-huh.
Highway 21.
Yep.
Maybe stopping at the Casey's.
Casey's. We do have a Casey's and a Dollar General.
Yeah. Oh, you have a Dollar General now.
We're fancy.
Yeah. That's my, and then making it to the flea market every once in a while.
That's right. The flea market is a great time.
So you mentioned a big hotel. Where is that?
Yeah, it used to be a hotel. It was behind the old newspaper building, right kitty corner from the Opera House, which is why anybody trying to make sure the boys were taken care of, because the Opera House is huge for us, and we've spent our community has donated a lot of money for that building.
Yeah. By the way, it's a pretty vibrant scene there at the Opera House. I know there's lots of musical acts. In fact, some national touring acts stop in there on occasion. Yeah,
they've got a new board, and they're really active and doing a lot of things. Yeah, I noticed this morning they just announced a Neil Diamond tribute band will be coming in February. So
fantastic.
There you go.
Neil Diamond. All right.
Yep. Welcome to Watch here.
All right. Let's go back in time. Friday was a busy day as well. I think I saw you out my window here over at Lisco.
We did. We did a ribbon cutting over there. The building is gorgeous. They have some of the best views of the square from those offices upstairs. It was really wonderful to hear the Lisco story and meet all of those fine folks.
Second best views of the
Second best view. I apologize.
Second best views of the
That's
square.
True. You do have the very best view.
The best view in town, yeah. So that was the open house at their new location, the former Midwest One Bank, just catty corner from the station here, the Hy-Vee Studios at the corner of Court Street and Burlington Avenue. And then on Friday evening, the business after hours out at the Nelson Company.
It was a great time had by all.
Yeah.
And his crew were making the turkey fries. Yeah. And they had portobello mushroom hearts this year, too, which was very nice.
Oh, fantastic.
It was a very fun time.
All right. Let's jump into some of the nuts and bolts this week. I know there's a few things happening. I was checking out the chamber calendar a little bit ago. Tomorrow night, the chamber singers are actually going to be performing at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center.
Yes.
Not the chamber singers, excuse me. The municipal band.
The municipal band. There you go. Yes. I think the chamber singers just had their concert.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago over at Golden Magnolia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this is the Christmas concert for the municipal band, and it'll be a great time.
All right, and that's the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center at 7 o'clock. By the way, the All-Star Band will begin at 7. The municipal band will follow, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
That's tomorrow night. Is this a free event? I don't see a price tag.
I believe it's a free will offering.
Free will offering?
Kind of event.
Okay,
yes.
All right. So again, that's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Fairfield Municipal Band Holiday Band Concert at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center.
And for those of you who are tired of wrapping Christmas presents, like me, the 4-H kids have their Christmas wrapping paper fundraiser, and Friday is the last day. If you have presents, though, you can drop those off out there even before Friday, and they can call a kid, and a kid will come in and wrap it for you, and that is a free will donation. That's a really great service for those of you who are like me, or in like the 27th hour of wrapping all of the presents.
That's sponsored by the Jefferson County 4-H Fundraising Committee. Again, the wrapping event itself is going to be taking place on Friday from 4 to 7, and as Mendy mentioned, early drop-off is is available. And also, as we were talking with Hillary last week, I think it was last week, if you have special paper, maybe you're one of those people who have special holiday paper or bows or something like that.
Santa has his own paper.
You can drop that off as well, and they'll use your paper to wrap your gifts. And all proceeds benefit the 4-H youth programs throughout the year. And again, the next event is coming up on Friday, from 4 to 7 in the afternoon.
And you are down to 2 more times to see Santa on the square.
Oh, I thought Friday was the last time.
It is for us, but the Rotary is doing the Christmas Eve parade, and it lands downtown as well.
So I've been asking this morning if there are Rotary members that can email me and give me a little 411 on the Rotary parade. I think it starts at 6 o'clock at the Armory. Then it generally takes the same route every year.
I think so too.
Make it to the square. But here's what I found out this morning. This is the 100th year of the Rotary Parade.
Oh, I love that.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's so wonderful.
This is the 100th year of the Rotary Parade, and it's on Sunday evening. And again, they start at the Armory. They'll make their way through the streets of Fairfield and all the neighborhoods in Fairfield, not just come down Burlington Avenue to the square. They'll go all through town, and the west side, east side, north side, south side, and all points in between until they make it to the square. And then Santa will be parked there for a while, and kids can get up on the sleigh, sit in his lap, get a photo taken, get a candy cane. And again, that's coming up, the Rotary Parade on Monday evening. And again, I believe it's at 6 o'clock when it gets underway, but it's the
Sunday evening.
What did I say?
Monday.
Oh, so yeah, Sunday evening, Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And again, I believe it's the 100th year of the Rotary Parade.
That's pretty fabulous.
Fabulous.
And your last chance to see Santa in his house and go to do the workshop and hot cocoa and cookies and all of the books and candy canes and all the free things is this Friday. He'll get in his house at 6. He will leave at 8:30. And we have gone through so many books. We ran out of books last weekend. We had 2 books left at the end of last weekend. And so we put out an all call to our members. And First Main Street Insurance stepped up and gave us a check and said, go buy all the kids' books.
Okay.
And then Livewire Electric dropped off a whole bunch of books. So we have books that'll get us through till the end of the season.
Now, I mentioned something this morning, and I might have spoke out of turn. Did you mention last week that were there wagon rides last week?
There were, and there will be this Friday as well.
All right, so that's what I said. I said, I believe this Friday as well there will be wagon rides around the square.
And it's a different wagon. It's just gorgeous. I came up after the business after hours.
Is it still Doug Smith?
No, it's a family in town who just happened to call me and said, that they really enjoyed the tradition on the square, and they wanted to give back because their family's been coming for generations. And it's a beautiful little white wagon, and right. It's been just wonderful, the amount of people who want to just keep the tradition going.
So is the wagon rides essentially 6 to 8:30 as well?
Yep.
Around the square to look at the lights?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. All right, so that's what's happening this week as we wrap up the holiday season. Let's segue to this. What are the plans for the Chamber as far as holiday hours over this week and next week?
Yes, so we are closed the 25th, the 26th, and then the 29th and the 1st. And then the second is Leadership Fairfield.
All right. As we transition into 2024, it's probably the time of the year where you're starting to organize things for the 2024 membership drive.
Absolutely. Everybody got their renewals. We've been seeing those come back. And we changed it up a lot of our sponsorships. So we have sponsorships everywhere from $20 to thousands of dollars. So we wanted to make sure there was a sponsorship that every member could afford if they wanted to sponsor something.
I think the interesting thing about the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce is, we think about business and industry and them being chamber members, but you have a number of individuals who are chamber members.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we are
civic leaders who find the value in it.
A lot of people who have retired, they may have been the plant manager at a factory or an insurance agent, and they've retired, and they really want to continue to make sure that the chamber is here and successful. And we will be rolling out a program potentially this year just targeting those members.
All right. Anything else we'll let you go today on this abbreviated Monday morning chamber talk?
As we are rolling into the end of 2023, it's time to start thinking about who did amazing things and what businesses did amazing things this year. Our awards banquet is April 25th of 2024, and we will be rolling out the nomination process for that. So what business did you visit that you just had a really great experience, that you see consistently doing things, those citizens of the year, somebody who did something great in ag, a young professional. We give out about 20-ish awards every year.
All right. Real quickly, here's a question for you. I know last week we had Johnine Parker in talking about the Citizen of the Year Award. Is that information now available online?
Yes, if you go to the chamber events and the awards banquet, then you should have all the information right there on that page.
All right, fantastic. Okay. And again, that Chamber Awards banquet was coming up on April 25th, but now's the time to start the process of nomination for your Citizens of the Year. Anything else we'll let you go today?
We have a theme, but I can't announce it until after the first of the year.
Oh.
It's going to be great!
All righty. It's Chamber Talk here on a Monday morning. Stay tuned. We have markets just around the corner with the Brownfield Radio Network. The opening hog market from the Chicago Board of Trade is just around the corner. Plus, we have some CBS News, too, at the top of the hour.